Hello everybody, this is Braxwolf, and I'm going to give a really quick first impressions of the Beorning. It's not really maybe a first impressions, that's kind of unfair since I've played him through 21 levels, but certainly not an advanced character. As you can see, I'm in the Barrow Downs. So, I'm going to look for some rats and barghasts to kill probably, just to kind of show the combat mechanics of a level 20 Beorning. Probably aware by now, but if you're not, the Beornings don't use power. You can see over here I've got 0 of 100 where my power usually is, right under my morale bar. So what this bar is used for in the Beornings is what's called Wrath, and you basically build Wrath as you fire off these hills, as you fire off these skills in human form. And then when you get enough Wrath, actually when you get any Wrath at all, you can turn into a bear, but you want probably a decent amount of Wrath in order to turn into a bear so that you can fire off your bear skills, which then consume the Wrath. If you turn into a bear too early, then you just end up turning right back into a man pretty quickly once you use up your Wrath. And you can do that manually with your turn into a bear / man toggle skill. I guess it's not technically a toggle, but the tough part about showing combat now is that there's a lot of other folks in here doing combat, because the Beorning is a new class and everybody's excited about it. So I'm going to have to find... This guy's killing all my barghasts. So it's cool to see a lot of people in these areas again, but when you're looking for combat examples, that makes it a little bit rough. Here, I'll head towards these barghasts down here. So, from what I've found so far, the Beorning is more of a melee class. I'll show you, turn into a bear here in a minute. There's the transforming into the bear form, and then you can fight with the bear skills. And obviously the bear does a lot more damage than human form. Also has some roar skills. Now I'm out of Wrath, so I gotta turn back into a human. And the other weird thing is that I'm not sure that buff bars is working quite yet with the Beorning, because I continue to get that power potion pop up even though the Beorning doesn't use power. You can see I'm hammering guys with the club here. Beorning also has a few healing skills. There's one right there. So far I've had some fun with this class. I would say probably the biggest challenge is knowing when to switch from human form to bear form and vice versa. Which is going to make what I say next kind of interesting, because the thing that doesn't make sense to me about it is all the switching back and forth, right? Here, look, I'm a bear, I'm not a bear. As you read through the books, especially if you read The Hobbit, which is really where you see the Beorning through Beorn, he doesn't switch back and forth in the heat of battle between man and bear. He just turns into a bear, enters into the battle as a bear, and then stays there. So, I guess the one thing that I would like to see different about this class was that once you build up enough Wrath, as long as you stay in combat, that Wrath does not get consumed by skills, so that you could stay a bear throughout the course of the battle. Now, I tweeted that out the other day, that idea, and nobody really liked it. And I understand from a gameplay mechanics perspective it's not nearly as interesting. It just doesn't seem to me to be quite as accurate to be flipping back and forth. Oh, you know, I'm a bear and I've got all this wrath in the heat of battle, but now I'm losing it because I'm a bear. I just don't understand that. But as you can see, I'm using a two-handed wooden club. It's usually between that and a two-handed axe. It just seems to me like the Beorning stuff is two-handed. You gotta swing this thing like a baseball bat. He's a big old ugly dude. Look at how tough he looks. He's got some war paint there. Oh yeah, I should see if I can show you the bear form war paint as well, because one of the cool things they did, one of the latest updates, is that your bear form actually has the same war paint as you do. So I'll turn into a bear here and show you my face paint as a bear, which is kind of cool. Maybe a little cheesy, but still kind of cool. The transforming animation, it's pretty good, I guess. I'm glad it's not just a kind of fade in, fade out. They actually used they enhanced it with kind of a poof of smoke almost and some leaves flying around. It'd be really cool if he actually shifted. You know, you could kind of see him grow into a bear, but I'm sure that's probably beyond the technology of this game at this point. So that's my first impression of the Beorning. A little bit of combat maneuvering there. I would suggest trying one out if you got an empty character slot and some turbine points to spend. The Beorning was 1,000 turbine points to unlock the class, and when you do that, it unlocks it basically for you forever across all servers. So you can create as many Beornings as you want once you unlock the class. A little bit more pricey than the other classes, the Runekeeper and the Warden, but you know, they've been around since, I don't know, what was it, 2008? So, you know, new class, trying to drum up some excitement, trying to make a little bit of money. I don't fault them for that. As long as they can use that money to keep the game going, I'm happy. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.